Hey, troopers, Roy from Geeks Avengers. Woo! Broadcasting from the Clintonville section of Columbus, Ohio. So, toy geeks everywhere rejoice because Toy Fair weekend. Yes! 3 days to, I guess, from what I understand, from those who can afford to keep track of all the stuff going on. Announcements started being made yesterday. Today is when the Toy Fair is. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I could have sworn it used to start a little bit earlier, like on Thursday, with then being all the official announcements and kind of hush-hushy stuff that is spoiler-filled for certain licenses and stuff like that. But hey, it started. That's the main thing. Yay! So what do we do to kick things off? Something that I've been waiting for a long time. A review of the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. In this case, the Superman Unchained armor figure. Yeah! The figures in general have been making their way. I mean, actually, they even got to Columbus, Ohio. Not too long ago, at least the first, I assume is the first wave, because they had the, let's see here. The ones I've seen, Harley Quinn, the regular Batman figure, and the regular Superman figure. I don't recall what else was in that assortment. But the good news is that at least the stuff's making its way over. Unfortunately, as far as the other figures, like this one, no surprise, because those other figures, they've been popping up in formats all over the place for a long time. This one, the Unchained armor, the Hell armor, and of course the Batman Who Laughs. These are the first times we've ever seen these figures, period, at least that I can remember. So it's fun. It's not as bad as trying to get a Black Series Mandalorian figure, but yes, I got mine on the secondary market through eBay. I tried to get it through Amazon, and was told, well, maybe in a month. Really? Fortunately, yay! The bad news is I have to get this loose. So unfortunately, I don't have a picture of what the box looks like, all right? But if you've been poking around, the box actually looks a lot like the original Multiverse box, which I'm kind of surprised. I really would have thought that marketing would have wanted a distinctive box to scream at people, go, hey, new line, blah, 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 blah. Go figure, whatever. So what does it look like? You've seen the pictures. This is what it looks like in person. The pictures look beautiful. And I cracked open the envelope this came in. It's beautiful. Mcfarlane Toys, their history, when they first start popping stuff out in the early 90s, they're one of they basically transformed things. Before that, you could get away with having stuff that had, articulation, the sculpting, what's sculpting? Who cares? Basically, the toys were treated as just this thing you threw together to give to your kids and screw it, we don't care. McFarlane realized that fanboys like me we were geeks. We loved this stuff. We were willing to pay extra for stuff that had extra work. Bigger, more articulation, blah, 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 blah. Basically, actually something that bordered on being a piece of sculpture, except that you could pose it. We were posing it. And sometimes went pew, 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 when we were tired and posing. Anyway, so this piece is a sign of their work over, 30 years now? Wow, ouch, I feel old. I am old, actually. I turned 51 this year. Anyway, but the result is, honestly, it's beautiful. Look at the sculpting, the metallic blue that's used in the metallic red, the blacks to highlight the areas. Okay, so what did this thing come with? Not much. I don't think this came with the. I believe it's the other series that came out with the pieces for the either the Raptor or the animated series-esque looking Batman. What I did get though was the collector card. That's got biographical stuff on the back and an obligatory stand. Yeah, it's kind of a lame looking stand. Really? You know, you can get these in bulk. All right. It's got the DC logo on it. Ooh, I'm paying for a trademark. But anyway, wow, my snark button broke. Anyway, this is the reason. This is what you'll, and it's everything I think we all hoped for. Articulation. Hey, he's got double jointed knees. Unfortunately, the elbows are single jointed, but I mean the level articulation. You get the idea. The wings, the nice thing about these wings, and what I was worried about is that, I mean, you know, you're sticking in a box. You know, what kind of connectors do you have? Because my nightmare was, oh, great, you know, as you're trying to put things in, what's going to break? The nice thing is that this is just a simple peg. That's all it is. It is a pretty, and it's not a super tight peg either. It's tight enough. So, you know, you keep on toying with these, you know, a lot of tricks so that if it's a little loose when it goes in, that, you know, you can figure out ways to tighten it up a little bit. But in general, yeah, that's all it is. Friction's wonderful. There's another little hingy thing in here so that this part can move up and down. And then you can also swivel things around enough so that, see, folds down. It's like an F-14 Tomcat. Yeah, I really got old school. And of course, you know, you can swing it around. It's magnificent. Now, the one there, it's not perfect, okay? There's one obvious thing that people have been bringing up online. But according to this thing, and actually if you see the card, he's carrying two weapons or something. I guess in the issue where this is from, he blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he's supposed to have a axe and a shield. Not spear and magic helmet. Never mind. What do you mean spear and magic helmet? Google it. Go talk to your parents or grandparents. And they'll go... Spear magic helmet. Anyway, it doesn't come with them. The weird thing is that the hands, now you would think that if it's not meant to carry anything, the hands would just be, you know, fists or whatever. It's got this pistol grip thing going on. So I guess, actually, that's probably the easiest thing. I would imagine, I'm guessing the hands are... you know, from Batman or everything else, and, you know, you just plug them in, blah, 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 blah. You know, it would have been nice to have the props, all right, guys? The big, no pun intended, the big thing, all right, Mcfarlane figures traditionally are of a larger scale, like 7 inches. So how much bigger is this thing compared to Marvel Legends figures and the more importantly, the DC Multiverse? This is the Nova figure from the Guardians of the Galaxy line from a while ago. This had the Groot as the Build-A-Figure. Yeah. This is the Tactical Armor Batman from the Justice League line from the movie. And actually, the really scariest way for comparison, this is the Justice Buster Batman Build-A-Figure. This is it. I mean... This thing's huge, all right. This thing is huge. You get a tremendous amount of bang for your buck, but now the counter to that whole argument, and me personally, I kind of like the figures that go set in scale because I like them. I like having them match on the shelf. Sort of, kind of. Why? Because I'm a dork. So, this is a little wow. The other thing to keep in mind, though, is that the other figures that DC has created, the essentials, the icons, the 5 billion other ones that pop up at comic book shops, they're also bigger. As big as this, not quite, but actually probably along a similar scale. So, what's the last call on this? This figure is beautiful. I remember when the announcement came out that Mattel had lost a license. It seemed like at that point they were finally kind of getting their crap together with getting figures that looked really, really cool. Back to the DC Universe line from back in the day. And it's like, okay, now great. So who's going to get it? It's like Mcfarlane. Ooh, this is interesting. Now, the thing is, even with that announcement in line, literally in December, New York Comic Con comes out. We don't see anything. So, there's that moment of, what are we getting? And then the first pictures crawl on. Like, all right. Wow. These are magnificent. The price point also is basically the same as a Marvel Legends figure. Now, like I said, some of these figures don't have the Build-A-Figure piece, yada, 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 yada. On the flip side, for $20, you're getting a figure that looks like it's about that. So there you go. If you're really trying to keep in the same scale, sorry guys. However, I would say it's worth it. Look at this thing. It's beautifully done. The classic, super detailed sculpting. Lots of articulation. The articulations are wonderful on this thing. It's gorgeous. It's really, really cool. So there you go. And the good news is that if you're a toy fan and you've been poking around on the net, you've been seeing the announcements of the other things Mcfarlane has in line for the rest of the year. Wonder Woman 1984, the Arkham, Batman, and Joker figures. So, precious. Anyway, there you go. Get it. If you are as impatient as I am, you can find these online. It is possible. Yes, you're paying secondary market prices. The good news, though, is that it's not Mandalorian level secondary market prices where you're going, the hell? So, it's possible. If, unlike me, and you're going, I'll just wait for the damn thing in my local big box store, they're on the way. So, just... So anyway, I'm going to go because precious. Hey, y'all have a good rest of the weekend. May the force be with you, and may the odds be in your favor, especially when you're action figure hunting. And as always, be good to each other, peeps, all right? Bye! I must continue posing my figure. Pose! Pose! Pew, 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 pew. Bye!